As we continue our conversation about activity-based costing, I thought it'd be worthwhile to sort of give a couple stories of Team One's past history with activity-based costing. John, I know you had a story that goes back to the early years, and would you like to share that with everyone?
This is actually one of my favorite stories about what activity-based costing does. Anytime I create an activity-based costing model, what I want the company to do is to run that model against some products that they're already making to compare what the new model says and what the old model said to see if they made sense. And we always want to do some high volume products, some low volume products, very easy products, very difficult products. And Nancy Wood, who used to do the estimating here at Team One, had had the new model for about 3 days when she called me up and said, "John, we have a problem." She said, "I have this product that we used to sell for 20 cents a unit." She said, "I just gave the customer a price increase to 40 cents a unit. But your model," and at this point she was disowning it, "your model says it should be 84 cents. There's got to be something wrong." I was at the other end of the building and a long way from Nancy's office, but I said, "Nancy, I'll be right there." And frankly, when I left accounting and headed toward estimating, I was a bit worried. But as I got closer to Nancy's door, I became more confident that I knew what was going on. And I went into her office with 2 questions. The first question was, "Nancy, this part we're talking about, what is its annual volume?" And her response was, "Oh, it's only 10,000 units a year. It would be one of the lowest volume products that we make." The second question was, "Nancy, you told me you doubled the price of this product to the customer. What did they say when you raised the price from 20 cents to 40 cents? And she said, "It was the funniest thing. They didn't say anything at all." Obviously, this very low volume product should have been sold at 84 cents. The customer realized they were getting a deal at 40 cents. They didn't want to say anything at all.
And the sad part of that is that 40 cents we were still losing money. And that's the key about activity-based costing. Also, we've had lots of experience over the last 13 years. We've had several experiences where we get into a competitive bid situation involving bigger projects. Maybe not just 1 or 2 parts, but we've had projects of 10 or 15 parts that go in a certain type of program or a certain kind of assembly. And I know several cases where we've had situations where you're in that negotiation and you're talking to your customer and you're getting close to the award part of the process. And in several cases we've had where we've gotten in and our customer's given us the spreadsheet showing our 10 or 15 parts and where we are in relationship to competitors. And we've had several instances where our customers will show us, "Wow, you are great in these type of parts." They're the high volume parts. But you are way out of range in these type of parts, the lower volume parts. So it's been an interesting discussion with customers. We've even had one customer understand that they couldn't give Team One all the high volume parts, and then our, what I consider dumb competitors, the low volume parts, because they did understand that they were probably going to run the dumb competitor out of business if they didn't at least give them some high volume parts. So it's been interesting how we've seen that.
Well, of course, cost causes complexity. And thus, for example, in front of us, we have examples of several parts. This part is not particularly complex. This part is much more complex, yet physically they look fairly similar. Activity-based costing will help a company differentiate between the very easy products and the very difficult products. They will charge far less on the easy products and perhaps some more on,
Yes,
on the more difficult product.
Right. And also, in addition, you also have to separate between things like lenses that are visible. They have higher requirements in certain areas, lowers in others, versus the kind of parts that need very high precision components. So you can see the range of products really deserves a range of pricing. And that's been our experience of activity-based costing. It really allows you to focus and get the right price for the right part.